The scent of simmering San Marzano tomatoes wraps around me like my nana's arms used to. I'm Luca Santoro, third generation owner of Ristorante Santoro, and this stainless steel countertop has been my confessional since I could reach the dough roller. Those Wall Street sharks thought they were buying a failing business. Let me tell you how my stepmother's hunger for quick profits turned her family's silver spoons into molten lead. Papa Enzo's cough rattles through the kitchen door as I need another batch of gnocchi dough. Through the steam, I watch Serena Conte's crimson nails tap against our century-old espresso machine. Her Milanese accent slices through the kitchen's warmth like a deli slicer. Luca, caro, shouldn't we update these tired recipes? Modern palates want truffle foam, not peasant food. My knuckles whiten in the soft dough. Our regulars come for Nana's Sunday gravy, Serena, the one that simmers 18 hours. I don't mention the secret ingredient, the cinnamon stick she smuggled from Palermo in her brassiere. Her sons materialize like vultures smelling weakness. Marco Rossi adjusts his Brioni tie. Northwestern MBA oozing from every pore. Revenues plateauing, Fratello. We need to leverage our brand equity. Alessio Bianchi lingers by the walk-in, smartphone glowing. At 22, he's already mastered his mother's supply chain strangleholds. Our new vendor can cut pasta cost 40%. Argentine semolina instead of Italian. I press my thumb into a gnocchi, testing the spring, and taste like cardboard. We use Molino Grassi flour or nothing. Papa's wheelchair creaks into the kitchen, his once booming voice reduced to gravel. Luca knows the recipes. The restaurant stays as Rosa made it. That night, I find the books, hidden beneath invoices for overpriced linen rentals. The numbers scream sabotage. Our prime dry-aged ribeyes replaced with factory cuts. The historic wine cellar emptied of Barrelos filled with Chilean table reds. My thumbnail digs crescent moons into my palm as I photograph each betrayal. The hospital's antiseptic stench burns my nose when Marco calls. Papa's taking a turn. Meet us at Northwestern Memorial. Through the ICU glass, I watch Serena stroke Papa's skeletal hand, her Cartier bracelet catching the fluorescent light. Her crocodile tears evaporate as she turns to me. The restaurant's bleeding money, Luca. Your stubbornness is killing him faster than the cancer. My dress shoes stick to the freshly mopped floor as I approach the bed. Papa's breathing mask fogs with each shallow breath. Behind me, Alessio mutters numbers to their lawyer. Percentages and clauses that taste more bitter than burnt espresso. Sign here, Serena purrs, producing documents smelling of mint and betrayal. We'll save Ristorante Santoro. You'll still cook, of course. The pen feels like a cleaver in my hand. I scratch my signature, imagining it cutting through their schemes. Marco's triumphant grin widens as I slip the carbon copy into my jacket. Let them have the building. The real Santoro's legacy lives in my locked recipe safe and in the burner phone burning against my thigh with supplier's messages. The walk-in steel door clatters shut behind me as I dial Donna at Molino Grassi. They signed. I whisper, breath fogging in the refrigerated air. My thumbnail traces the raised notches on Nana's recipe safe. Key 12 ridges for each decade we've fed this city. Serena's renovations begin at dawn. The espresso machine's familiar gurgle drowns under electric sanders, stripping our frescoed walls. I catch Marco berating Gino, our head waiter, since '89. Tablecloths are obsolete. We're installing QR code menus. Alessio intercepts me by the dumpsters, iPhone glowing with spreadsheets. Our new purveyors got veal at half price, hormone injected, but who tastes the difference? He smells of mint gum and moral bankruptcy. I spend my final shift inventorying ghosts. The sauce-stained recipe cards in Nana's lockbox The dented stockpot where Papa taught me to judge broth by ear. My chef's coat hits the bin at closing, white fabric blooming with saffron stains like battle medals. Their grand reopening stinks of truffle oil and desperation. From across the street, I watch tourists photograph Serena's authentic Sicilian experience, a LED-lit monstrosity serving squid ink linguine with edible gold flakes. Our regulars trickle into my pop-up kitchen, drawn by whispers of zeytul fried in authentic olive oil. Papa's voice rasps through my burner phone. They replaced the wood-fired oven with a vegan raw bar. His coughing fit can't disguise the fury. I press the receiver closer, hearing decades of mortar crack in his silence. The health department citation arrives framed in irony. Serena's imported burrata linked to a listeria outbreak. I clip the Chicago Tribune article next to Mama's photo, her smile curdling beneath the headline, Milanese mogul poisons Little Italy. When winter frost paints the restaurant windows, I unlock Nana's safe. Her handwriting flutters like a dove's heartbeat. Asterisk pasta, al forno, cinnamon, not nutmeg. Love, not greed. The notary stamp on my supplier contracts gleams wet as fresh pesto. Serena finds me salting ricotta in the shared commissary kitchen. We'll bankrupt you, she hisses. Milanese composure cracking like overbaked crust. Her Prada heels track flour across the floor, each print a temporary stain. I pipe cannoli, filling into a crispy shell, the motion as natural as breathing. Your lawyers haven't read the 1934 vendor pact? Santoro's exclusive rights to grassy flour can't be severed, not even by marriage. The eviction notice on Ristorante Santoro's door flaps in the January wind. Through falling snow, I trace the faded outline where Papa's neon sign once hummed. My fingers brush cold glass, remembering the burn of oven doors and Enzo's hand guiding mine through first dough. Papa's wheelchair creaks behind me in the alley. Alley. The ovens, he growls, chin trembling toward the moving truck. Save the damn ovens. At the auction, I bid $1 for our original pasta extruder. The gavel cracks like breaking bread. Serena's perfume lingers as she exits bankruptcy court, her sons bickering over depreciated assets. Marco's MBA Argo dissolves when I hand him a takeout box, yesterday's focaccia still warm. The new Santoro's awning unfurls cerulean blue. I test the dough roller's familiar whine, its rhythm syncing with the cardiograph beep from Papa's hospital suite above the kitchen. Below my feet, the original terrazzo tiles bear knife scars from generations of Santoros. Gino reappears at dawn, polishing glasses with his old apron. Heard you needed someone who knows a Barolo from battery acid. We prep arancini in comfortable silence until the espresso machine sighs its morning greeting. When the Michelin inspector comes, I serve Nana's ravioli one plump parcel, bursting with sheep's milk, ricotta, and regret. The fork clatters as he inhales cinnamon-scented steam. Christ, that's the taste of 1978. The star arrives framed in Mama's recipe box glass. Papa insists we mount it beside the health department closure notice from Serena's reign. Balance, he croaks, tapping both certificates, sweet and bitter, like proper Amaro. Last night, I found Alessio scrubbing dishes in our kitchen, suds dripping off his Rolex. Mom's opening a food truck in Naples, he muttered, scraping burnt sofrito from our oldest skillet. His hands moved with unfamiliar purpose, maybe remembering how we once cubed pancetta together. I let him keep the skillet. Some sins wash cleaner than others. The recipe book publishes next month. On page 217, between cannoli shells and cassata cake, I included Serena's lemon risotto, the only dish she ever cooked without ulterior motives. Papa says forgiveness seasons better than salt. When the art gallery tenants complain about garlic smells seeping through vents, I send up Zeppole still crackling from the oil. Their curator now hosts opening nights around our Sunday gravy simmer. Edible ambiance, she calls it. The check's clear either way. Nana's ghost approves, I think. Her portrait watches from the dining room, eyes crinkled at Marco's son learning to shape gnocchi at our summer classes. The kids got hands for dough sticky fingers notwithstanding. This morning's reservation book shows Serena's name, table 12, 8 p.m. I'll roast the artichokes myself, drizzle our last bottle of 98 olive oil. Maybe she'll recognize the cinnamon.